right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, Sunday, October 20th, to talk about all of the news, pre-orders, insight, rumors. Oh boy, what a joy. New York Comic-Con, overwhelming avalanche of news coming out of there. I'm not talking about everything out of New York Comic-Con. I just ain't. I think some of it's, well, I mean, I won't mince words. I think some of it's boring. Some of it's, you know, meh. So we will talk about some of the stuff that mattered to me from it, which was a lot of it. It's still a lot to talk about, and it's basically a bunch of McFarlane stuff as well in there. But there's some great other news that's been coming out, so it's exciting. It's exciting to get into that. Number one, let's start off with a thank you to the members. Thank you so much for believing in the channel, and thank you so much for your contributions and insight into the channel. Again, they're in the credits, and I appreciate every single one of you guys very much so. In addition to that, don't forget about the giveaway. We do a giveaway on the channel every month. This giveaway will happen October 31st. Here is the video that it's going to happen on, and link to that video in the description, possibly up here as well. So, guys, let's get into this stuff that's going on. And as always, well, most of the time, what I do is I like to start off the news with some shenanigans, some hilarity, right? Some of the silly stuff I saw today. And you know what? Corporate shenanigans are just as funny. So we've as I've talked about before, we've seen these pre-posed figures fail time and time and time again. The latest ones are sitting at Ross now. They were on sale for $30. They're now sitting at Ross. Those Warcraft figures and those Diablo figures sitting over there at Ross for $3.99, I think. But not to be deterred. not to be deterred. Toddy Mac has decided to, once again, he was showing how these figures ended up in the bargain bin of dust of secondhand, you know, toy shelves. We're back at the football scheme and the sporting scheme, the NFL stuff. This stuff, these figures are ridiculously in specs. They will be ridiculously expensive for pre-post teeny tiny statues because of the licensing fees and because of, you know, the players and all that stuff, the NFL franchise fee, all that stuff. And then there won't even be figures. They'll just be, you know, pre-posed statues, basically pre-posed figures, what he's called. He's trying to what is that word? He's trying to conflate the two things, action figures and statues. So he's trying to call it pre-posed figures to confuse people. But make no mistake, these are just little statues that just do not move. They've never done well. And here he is again. It's his money. Let it blow him like let him blow it like he likes to. But there's just not there, the audience for it. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool to have one or two. I mean, that's up to you. Collect how you feel like collecting. But I'm telling you right now, these things were going to end up at Ross. Nobody's going to want them. Same thing for this UFC nonsense. Pre-order now. Pre-posed figures. I mean, we had action figures for UFC. Now, those were doing pretty well until those also started, you know, to lag off there at the end. But, you know, they were doing pretty well. Now, let's see how these little 7-inch pre-posed statues do. They're going to end up at Ross, $3, $4, maybe $2 to get them off people's hands. I mean, if you're a speculator, this is the wrong thing to speculate on. If you're a hardcore UFC fan, then yes, this one's for you. But maybe save some money and do it when they hit Ross or Ollie's. So anyways, that's my 2 cents of how corporate America just, you know what? He's not even corporate. He's his own guy. I guess that's why he keeps doing this. It doesn't make money. But anyways, Todd, spend your money how you see freely. Anyways, the other thing that cracked me up was I saw this swap. And, you know, if you're going to be a scumbag, I guess maybe do it right, do it scumbagginess. So the funny thing here is that I think this is a swap fail, swap scumbag fail, because number one, this Storm Shadow is superior to the Storm Shadow, the Arctic weirdo one, or not Arctic, it's the one with the L's all over him for loser. That weird camo pattern that he's got. That's just, I don't like that one at all. I mean, some of you guys may like it, and I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy one of those, but I'm just, you know, this is a swap fail and it's hilarious to me. You know, if you're going to, I mean, number one, don't swap because that's a criminal scumbag move. But I guess if you want to do it right, this is not how you do it. This is how you do it. Now, this was a scumbag move done correctly. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to some of the stuff we saw at a New York City Comic-Con. As always, we're a G.I. Joe channel. We always strive to cover all of the cool stuff coming out of G.I. Joe. The first thing that caught my eye was the Mass Device Snake Eyes and Polar Bear 2-pack. Number one, Hasbro has been killing it with these freaking little animal action figures. I'm all over it, and I keep doing more of those. I love how they've been doing the articulation on these animals, just everything about it. They've been doing fantastic, and it's always nice to have a Snake Eyes there, like a version 1 Snake Eyes, like straight out of the comic book Snake Eyes. I mean, the cartoon. Love it. I love what they're doing here. Please, more of this. I love it. I'll be getting a few of these because I like it. It's great. What do we also see? We've seen some renders out there. One of the renders that cracked me up, I am looking forward to it, but it cracked me up, is Pedro Pascal. I mean, Footloose. Soon to be played by Pedro Pascal. Up here. Yeah, this figure is great. I dig it. I don't have any problems with it other than he looks like Pedro Pascal. But I like this figure. I like Footloose. Yeah, I'm digging it. The other figure that came up was this Cobra, Perimeter, and Trench Viper set. If this is a set, I love it. I hope that they sell this together. I'll be buying a few of those, right? Because you got to have little perimeters everywhere. You know, maybe you could put them together. Maybe you could, you know, do some modularity with them. I don't know. It'd be smart of them if they did some modularity with them. You know, if they come out with a perimeter, if they come out with a headquarters, then maybe you could slap these together somehow, some way. I dig it. I like that they're starting to come up with, I love, first off, I really like that Trench Viper. Second off, I love that they're doing play sets like this. I love it. Love it. Now, the one that was kind of weird to me was this one. I mean, we have firefighters in the military. They exist. But I don't know about you guys, but I was told, you know, this is how you fight a fire. And, you know, it's kind of, I mean, we're expected to get to safety, but at the same time, if you can put it out, that's what they want you to do. So, I mean, the firefighters do come, but we were asked to, you know, if you could put it out, I guess everybody's asked to do that, really. Everybody's asked to put it out if they can with fire extinguisher and whatnot. But this is just an odd figure to me to have. I'm going to pick up one of these just because I'm a completionist of the G.I. Joe Classified series. But it's just a very interesting figure to have. I mean, maybe in a diorama, he could look good too. Okay, maybe I'll pick up a couple, but it's just off to me. But yeah, I like the weapons, not the weapons, the life-saving tools he comes with. Those look pretty cool. Anyways, moving on from that, we also saw rock and roll. The retro rock and roll images start to leak out. These are cool. I love it. I dig rock and roll. I dig the old school coloring and everything he's got going on here. This is going to be fantastic. Order a few of those. Oh, especially this one, the Viper. Everybody's been waiting on this bad boy to come back. The Viper, man, we are going to kill it with this Viper stuff. But I've already have quite a few Vipers. I don't know if I'll be buying so many of them. Maybe I'll buy like 4 or 5 of these just to have on hand. But I mean, for those of you that missed those Vipers that came out at the beginning, those are going like 45, 50 bucks, I think, each one. That's insane. So hopefully you guys can catch up some with these retro carded Vipers. And to everybody who missed, we knew this was coming. Everybody who missed that Mindbender set back when they did it for San Diego Comic-Con, boom, here he is. You know, not with all that other stuff that he came with, but gosh, this is enough. This is what the original Mindbender came for, and he looks fantastic. Just, I don't think it's just like the one that came in there, or it might be, minus some accessories, right? I think that little brain and stuff that he had with him and the little laboratory things that he had. But this looks fantastic. Great work. Great work. All right. What else? what destroyed my wallet this weekend. I mean, next week's haul is going to be monstrous because of Monster Force. So Monster Force raided my coffers, and the Big Bad Toy Stores shipped them all out to me. I think they're going to get here Tuesday. So I'm totally, hey, 1 second. Talk about synchronicity. That was my friends down at Gridiron, which I have a multi-million-dollar contract with. Not really. I wish. Anyways, I had heard about, well, number one, I had a situation happen to me with Gridiron, which was a little bit odd, but, the Gridiron support team just emailed me back and set me straight and got me squared away. So, dang, man, I really appreciate that from them. That was great customer service, and they even replied to me on a weekend, which is, I didn't expect a reply until sometime maybe Monday or Tuesday, but to set my mind at ease, I mean, they replied pretty quickly there. I can't recommend those guys enough. I know there's some hard feelings between some of these manufacturers or hobby manufacturers. Man, I don't care. I just want my cool plastic. Just let me have my cool plastic. So anyways, a situation happened there. He set my mind at ease. There you go. Outstanding customer support from Gridiron. And back to this, and the reason I say synchronicity, because Gridiron had a big hand in some of this Monster Force stuff headed out. The funny part is that if you guys saw my video a couple of days on Odious, a week or two ago on Odious, I said something about, I'm tired of waiting for Monster Force. I'm just going to go ahead and start my own, and I'll just get them when they get them. Well, I said that, and like a couple of days later, boom, your stuff is coming, and then boom, here it is, and then boom, we charged you for it. So it'll be here Tuesday. I can't wait to rip into these things and give you a legit review. If these things suck, then I'm going to tell you they suck. I'm not going to go, oh, let's be so gentle. Does it work? He moves, it works. No, my reviews are a little bit more, I'm not beholden to any one of these companies, so my reviews are going to be a little bit more hard-hitting than some of these other guys that might be tied at the hip to these other I'm just not. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for, the love of the hobby and, engage with you guys and to influence the manufacturers to do some good stuff. Anyways, moving on from that, Monster Force is shipping out. I'm very excited to get them in hand. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for them. They look fantastic. I have not seen any of the reviews online for them. So I'm waiting to do that. Again, everything Gridiron has done for me as a customer has been exceptional. So I'm hoping that there's, some of the team-ups influences that they've had on this, Fresh Monkey Fiction has had on this, and Big Bad Toy Store has had on this, because I know there's been some collaboration between all three. It's going to be fantastic. So looking forward to that. Oh, and on a related note, Gridiron just put out this. So, man, there was some hard feelings there for a little bit with some of the... anyways, I'm not even going to talk about that because that's hilarious. But to me, more choices is better. And when Gridiron put out this Trouble Bubble Mech set, it kind of goes against the Trouble Bubble thing. But the fact is this. To me, this actually makes more sense than the Trouble Bubble. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, I mean, I get it. The Trouble Bubble can fly through the air. But, what are you going to do with the Trouble Bubble if you got to stay low or you need something to accompany the ground troops on the infantry? You want to stay right there with them and you give them some more firepower. So, as I was saying, I like the fact that the Trouble Bubble can convert into a, up-close support infantry unit for Cobra. Not only that, but maybe because it has the jetpacks on its back, it can jump ahead of battle like a jump troop, like a heavy fortified jump trooper, right? I like it. I really like this new... I went ahead and bought two, pulled the trigger on two. You can't just buy one of these. You got to buy two. So I pulled the trigger on two of these particular figures and on these particular mods. I can't wait to use them. And interestingly enough, I had just bought another Trouble Bubble the past couple. It's like Gridiron heard me. But anyways, I'm looking forward to what else they can. I mean, they're doing some fantastic mods. But anyways, I love it. I love it. All right. that's what I've got for Joe's. Tremendous, exciting week for Joe's. I can't wait to see more of them. Anyways, let's see. What else do we have? Here we go. I don't know who was expecting this, but X-Men 97, the Sentinel for X-Men 90, the stylized Sentinel, kind of a HASLAB project, but not really a HASLAB project. It's kind of following the same steps as it did for the Dragon Man, right? This is actually not a bad idea. I dig it. The made to order MTO for this one, they're going to make a specific. They're going to make as many as we order. I mean, why not? That's the smart way to do. You don't lose any money that way. Maybe you make a few more and, later on sell them as hey, we found these in the warehouse. There's a $50 premium on them though. Sorry. Or, hey, we found these in the warehouse. There's a $100 premium and that $100 goes to breast cancer awareness, whatever charity. I think that'd be a fantastic way to, earn some money for the company. Not only that, but maybe for an organization. At least then the money doesn't go to scalping or poor corporate greed. Not that, corporate greed is what it is. That's what keeps the company alive. But anyways, are you guys getting this Sentinel figure? I dig it, but I'm passing. I've already got a Sentinel. And that Sentinel, I get it. It's not in the X-Men 97 style. But doggone it, it looks better to me. So, you guys can get this one if you want. I'm sticking with my other Sentinel. It's a very nice Sentinel, but I don't need this one. And $175 is a little pricey. So, I get it. And I really like how they're doing it now, but this is not for me. Here he is fighting with some X-Men. Again, looking really sharp, looking really great, but not enough of a call to me to pick it up. So, pick it up if you like. It looks great though, but again, not for me. The other thing that came out from HASLAB, Hasbro's, is, the Ecto 1. You've got two. I like the way that they're doing this as well. This is actually, I don't know if they've been listening to us or, I don't know. I'm tempted to pick it up because I want to back their thinking here. I want to back what they're saying. This is really smart of them. Number one, you have an early bird special with this, which is that Ghost Tully, the librarian, right? She is, it's almost following Ramen Racers type stuff. Remember, he gave us a little bit of an extra something, that extra piece or accessory. To me, he kind of started that early bird stuff with these HASLABs. But anyways, you've got Tully in there if you want, if you order it within the first 2 weeks, I believe. But you have two tiers here. You have the base model, which, here's what you get. This is what you get for it over here on this side, right here. And then you've got your deluxe model over here on the right side. So to me, I think that, for $75, you're getting a lot more value. Just in my, you get all four of the Ghostbusters. You get their rifles, their equipment. You get extra rams, I believe, an extra top for it. You get a lot more stuff if you go the deluxe, and to me it's well worth it. So to me, if I ordered this, it'd be the $400 one. It's just a no-brainer. Here's a list of all the goodies that the base model comes with, and then plus all the other stuff that you get with the deluxe model. Tremendous. All right. Moving on from that, lots of stuff to cover, and I'm moving as fast as I can here. Walmart Collector Con. I was very quiet on this. And the reason I was quiet is that, number one, they didn't tell us what was there. But number two, I didn't. There's nothing on here that I wanted. Just me personally. You've got some cool items in here. But let me show you the ones I was mildly interested in. You've got the Motu stuff that's on here, which is great. Collector Con, fantastic. Way to go, right? You've got some of those, right? But then the only ones that, okay, we'll go from the most interesting to the least. And the most interesting one to me was this Optimus Prime vintage reissue, right? I've already got like a couple of those reissues that they did way back in the day with TRU and then with the other companies that kind of teamed up over the years. So I just didn't need this. Another reissue I don't need. But I'm glad that people who don't have this version of the original molds of Optimus Prime, and I don't think that's even the original It might be the original mold for the Optimus Prime, but I know for a fact that that trailer is not the original mold. Because, and you guys can fact check me if I'm wrong, a long, long time ago, maybe about 4, 5, 7 years ago, the mold for that original trailer was broken. It was absolutely broken beyond repair. And that's why we got that one version of Optimus Prime without a trailer as an exclusive way back in the day at Walmart, because that mold busted. So I think they just redid this mold or this casting from a trailer that already existed as best they could, right? They just kind of cleaned it up. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm glad everybody has a chance to get that. The other thing that kind of interested me was this retro Quicksilver. I mean, that's kind of cool, but not, I'm not going to trip over myself like I did with that Venom figure. That Venom figure I had to have. And then you have this, mildly interested in this collector's edition, Captain Liberty. Meh. Okay, whatever. Anyways, moving on from that, you got Mezco putting out. See, here's the problem with this. The problem I have with Mezco is that I'm still waiting for them to put out that Humvee that they said that they were going to put out. What was that 2-3 years ago? You guys remember that? 2-3 years ago, they said they were going to put out like a Humvee, and everybody was freaking out because they were like, oh, it's going to be $400, $500 because it's Mezco. I'm just waiting for it to come out. Where's the price for it? Where's the pre-order? So I can either way, I'm going to be agog at the price, but I want to see it. And then now they're announcing this thing, this stock nocturnal rumble mobile, or what's it called? The Land Reaper. I mean, how long am I going to wait another 5 years for this? I don't know. I think it looks cool. If it came out, I'd order it, if it's within reasonable. I mean, if you ask me $700 for this thing, I'll just laugh at you. I mean, I'm not going to buy that. But, I don't know. I'll know the price is reasonable when I see it. If it's not, then I'm just going to pass on it. But, we're still waiting for the one they announced 2-3 years ago. I'll put a picture of the one they announced right here, if I remember to do so. Anyways, they also announced this Alistair Gangrene. This is a very weird looking figure. I guess he's kind of their Frankenstein or their zombie, or I'm not sure what this figure is, but he looks kind of cool, but I need to see all of it. I need to see all of it, right? What all is a part of this particular figure. It's piqued my interest, but, RumbleCon, let's see it. Hold the presses, breaking news from Mezco. That's right, we've just got some releases there. Take a look at this video for a second.
Having been led into Lady Latrodectus' trap by the Decapod gang, Doc Nocturnal and Pepper Presstopper's fate literally hangs by a thread. The 8-legged Duchess of Death stretches her venomous jaws, set to strike a final gruesome blow.
Brothers.
Holy mother moly!
Will the rest of the Decapod gang take Doc Nocturnal's elimination of their brothers personal, or was it just business? Is this the last we see of Lady Latrodectus? And did Pepper Presstopper get Doc's good side? Tune in next time for more exciting adventures of Doc Nocturnal. Brought to you by the Stinkle Coal Company that rich, dark, and thick smoky emission says, it's working.
Now, what'd you think of that? Man, that's exciting. It makes it, I'm beyond ecstatic that I ordered that Doc Nocturnal. It looks amazing. Again, please, Mezco, release, give us, it's taken a long time to get that other vehicle. Maybe you could get this vehicle out sooner. I'm psyched for it. And did you guys take a look at that Crab Louie? Man, that thing looks crazy. Here's a picture of it right here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting Crab Louie, but I am grateful for all the shenanigans that Mezco's doing. I'm super excited about Doc Nocturnal. And then also, late breaking news. Did you guys check out that Agent Gomez? Man, that dude looks awesome. I'm digging it. I'm digging the whole thing. And then finally, we've got Baron Benz, the Leviathan armor. Man, he looks cool too. Mezco, you're going to take all my money, man. Anyways, back to it. All right, and now we're going to get into the glut, the absolute glut that McFarlane announced. Let's look at it. I mean, I do tell you this one thing, that McFarlane has listened to us about the soft goods, and he has listened to us about adding more hands and faceplates into the figures. And I'm a fan of that, and I'll buy those. But, and here's the big but. He's still putting in some of those plastic capes in some of these figures, and that annoys the crap out of me. Anyways, let's get into it. You've got over here Oron. Don't know who that is. Peg Warmer. You've got Aqualad. Vaguely remember who that is. Peg Warmer. And then Superman over here with the wrong colors. I know he's off of the artwork off of that other guy or whatever it is. But that looks like a plastic cape, and it's not in the right colors that I remember Superman. Peg Warmer. The one who to me I want to get, and it's not going to be a Peg Warmer for me, it could be for you, is Wildcat. I like Wildcat. I don't know why I remember him. I don't know. Well, I know that he trained a bunch of superheroes on how to fight and stuff, and he's got a magical spell that he's got 9 lives. And all. I don't know how I remember that mess, but I remember this one obscure character of Wildcat, I do remember. And I know he's been in a couple of guest appearances, but come on, the average Joe, the average muggle, brought into this nerd world or this collecting world person is not going to know who this Wildcat cat is. Anyways, I'm going to pick him up because I remember him, and this one deep cut I like. So I know some of you guys, he's not a deep cut. He's a deep cut to most people. Anyways, moving on. We also have this collectible Darkseid figure from the Justice League. Ultra articulated figures. Ultra articulated? That'd be interesting to see if they're ultra articulated. They look regular articulated. Am I going to pick these up? I don't know. I really don't know. I like the Darkseid. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, guys, let's get to the next. Boy, everybody's interrupting the news today. I had somebody come up to the door, try to sell me something. Anyways, moving on from that. Am I collecting these figures for the Darkseid? I don't know. That was a big, huge question mark for me, but probably not. I'm like a 30% yes, 70% no. So anyways, maybe when I get them in hand, they'll convince me. We've also got, the one thing about McFarlane is as soon as he announces some of these things, they hit. I mean, they hit sometimes ahead of schedule. So I got to give it up to McFarlane for that. I mean, he says something's coming, and I'll see it in the store the next week, which is shocking to me. Anyways, they've got this Swamp Thing, very different looking Swamp Thing, usually greenish with some, flowers or, kind of vegetation growing. This time he's red. I don't know the lore of this particular Swamp Thing and what happened here. So if you guys know the lore, put it down in the comments, because I am not 100% sure on this. So am I going to pick this Swamp Thing up? Probably not. Just because he doesn't pull that nostalgia string for me. So anyways, moving on to the next one. 6-inch Build-A-Figure Waves, the Batman animated series, the more stylized cartoony type ones, only available at Target. You've got Bane, you've got Poison Ivy, Phantasm, Bruce Wayne, and Hard AC, Hardak. I don't know who this is. I didn't watch a lot of Batman the animated series. I watched some. So if I don't get them all, if I don't know the lore of these, you'll forgive my ignorance. But these are not for me, but I think they do look cool. So if you do see them, you know, there you go. McFarlane's putting them out like crazy. So very cool, but not for me. They also are going to, oh, these are for pre-order now. These Batman animated series. You got Anti-Fire Suit Batman, Firefly, and the Creeper. Not for me, but if they're for you, I guess they're on pre-order now. You can go get them. And then we got the Superpowers line. I'm still picking up some of these every once in a while. I think from this line, the only ones that I want is Lobo. That's it. Out of this whole line, it's just Lobo. You know, you got Lobo, Robin, the Atom, the Flash, Batman without a mask, it looks like, and Superman in the black suit. Nah, I'm going to stick with just Lobo. I mean, anyways. Also, here's an in-package look at Superman versus Doomsday 2-pack. This Doomsday is looking weird, man. I wonder if that's a soft goods cape on Superman. I wonder. And I wonder if this head sculpt looks a lot like Henry Cavill. I don't know. I don't know if he was able to secure the rights for that one or not. I'm iffy on this pickup. I'm very iffy on this pickup. Yeah, I have to judge it in hand. So, and I also really like this Batman that they're going to put out from the Justice League. I love this armored look, and I'm for sure going to get it now that I know that his cape is soft goods. So this will not be a peg warmer. This particular armored Batman, in my mind, it won't be. But, and now we're getting into the movie maniacs. Woo! At some point, we'll get through McFarlane. Here we go. Boy, this man is busy. But here's the thing with the movie maniacs. Again, these look like pre-posed figures, pre-posed statues. If they're articulated, great, but they do not look articulated. These look like barely articulated with, like, you know, 2 or 3 points of articulation, or maybe none. But anyways, you've got Beetlejuice over here in the striped and in the regular outfits. If they're posed, well, I'm good with the Beetlejuice I got. So anyways, because at least he has articulation. These clowns probably don't. You also have Astrid over here and Bob. Again, if they look like little statues. So that's, you know, cool, but not for me. So let's move on from that. What else do we got? Oh, you got the Red Line 6-inch movie maniacs. The interesting thing about this is if these guys are articulated, again, I'm definitely going to take a look into them. You got Saint Nick or Nick, Callum Drift, and Krampus. I've already got a really good Krampus from, Mythic Legions. I actually really like that Krampus. He's not super well articulated, but doggone, he looks great. Now I'd like to see how well these are articulated, but they do not seem to be. Gosh, I wish they would be, because that polar bear, the elf polar bear over at the end, looks fantastic. Please let these be articulated. But more than likely they won't be. So, all right, let's move on from that. Beast Kingdom. You know what? I might actually save my money to buy this Darkseid versus McFarlane's Darkseid. Because Beast Kingdom does do a good job of articulating their figures. I actually have a Nightmare Batman from Beast Kingdom that's actually pretty good. I thought it was really good. I also have a Nightmare Batman from Hot Toys Nightmare Batman, which is, I mean, that's absolutely the bomb. But again, I like the Nightmare figure that I got of Batman from Beast Kingdom. So, I mean, the other ones I don't care too much about. You got the other Batman and the Superman breaking out of chains there. But that Darkseid looks fantastic. So, I might be picking that one up. Now, for a little bit off the beaten path, one of my favorite armies in Warhammer 40K, and the very first complete army that my wife gifted me while I was in the army, was the Blood Angels. And this is the Primarch. Sanguinius? So I'm definitely picking this figure up. You know, I don't do a lot of Joy Toy Warhammer stuff anymore. I have quite a bit of it. I've gotten the ones that I want to, but now that they're coming out with some of the iconic Primarchs, if you guys used to be a part of Warhammer or you played Warhammer, I mean, for me, these are pickups. If it's a Primarch, he's got to be picked up to me. And this is one of my favorite armies, the Blood Angels. You know, anyways, again, the kind of vampiric, the rage. What is it? You know, you have that blood rage take them over and they go bananas. And then you have the Death Company soldiers. Anyways, there's a whole lore on them. Go check it out. It's fun. I don't get to play anymore because I have other hobbies. But when I did, it was a tremendous amount of fun. Here he is with all his accoutrements. The wings are very cool. So anyways, spears, you know, anyways, it's very cool. Very cool. What else do we have? SH Monster Arts has announced the Mechagodzilla from the movie. It looks cool. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up, but it looks cool. So I just thought you guys might want to check it out. Coming out soon. And finally, I believe, now forgive me if I'm wrong again, but I think this is nacelle. I think. If it's not, I'll correct it down here. But you have the cows of Moo Mesa or whatever, yeah, I think that's what it is that they're going to do. But I'm really excited for the Expanse figures that they're doing. I don't know if you guys ever watched the Expanse, but that was a very cool show. I don't like the way it ended. I wanted more story. I feel that it deserved more story. But anyways, all good things come to an end, and that one ended. So anyways, I'm looking forward to all this. Holy moly, that is a lot of stuff coming down the pike. Get your wallets ready. And also, get ready for Ross and Ollie's Con. I've noticed, I went out today and looked at a few I hobbled out today, more like hobbled out there today, and noticed, well, you'll see it in the midweek video. You'll see what I noticed. And it's a huge telltale sign. So anyways, let's go get to the haul. All right, collectors, today, well, I'm doing it a little bit different because I'm sitting down because, as you know, my back got tweaked or re-injured yet again. So luckily, I have a minion here to assist me, and we'll go through that in a moment. Today, we're repping the Brotherhood of Steel, or we're shilling the Brotherhood of Steel. What are you guys shilling today? What's your shirt? What's your shirt of choice today? I also picked up another shirt, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first, let's get to that first. As always, we start out with the deals and steals and trades, and then we get to the regular price stuff. But as always, let's start off with the deals. Banana. Banana, she says. All right. Well, thank you, Minion. Number one, this is the first steal. That's right. I found some Tiger Force. You guys saw that on my Ross hauls. I'm still out there looking for other Joes. I think we found some classified, no, the movie Joes from the Snake Eyes movie. Those are not particularly in my destination to get, although the Baroness makes a good fodder figure for the head sculpt, and she's got some Cobra logo belts and guns and stuff. So if you find her out there, you might want her for that. So let's get to the next one. We've got a couple of these because these are also deals. I picked up two more of these. What I didn't realize, and what my wife clued me into, is that there are certain specials that you can use over and over and over again. I didn't know. I'm new to this game, the coupons and the discount game. I'm glad she's told me about it because it's expanded my resources. So I ended up using that circle offer or whatever it was, and I kept using it. So deal on this. I did not get those for regular price. I got those on a deal. And then you guys saw me pick up the Sith Infiltrator. Picked it up originally $35, I want to say. Now $20.99. So, yeah, that was awesome. What else? Oh, we got one more thing. Let me see that real quick. Yes, I picked this up at Ross. No, Ollie's. I saw this, and I'm just a big sucker for kind of like cinematic artwork and artwork in general. And when I saw that they had one of my favorite games, this is the artwork of StarCraft at Ollie's, I had to pick it up. It's huge. It's a giant, really premium format book for $7.99. That is huge. I'm going to hand that back over. All right. Now, there was a t-shirt that I picked up at Target, and I really like this t-shirt. I know somebody else who picked the same t-shirt up at Target, JB. You beat me to the punch. But I know something JB doesn't. Do you guys know who the artwork, this is a cover. Do you guys know who drew this cover? Do you? I'll give you 5 seconds. Eric Larson. Eric Larson was the iconic artist who drew what's on this t-shirt. So I picked that up for sure. All right, let's get down to the regular pickups for the week. And when I saw this guy, I had to get him. He's part of the iconic band known as Guns N' Roses. So I saw my guy Slash up there, had to pick him up. Fantastic, iconic guitarist in a very influential band for this Gen Xer. So, all right, what else do we have? Oh, we have another. See, so I bought the limit on Starduster. I picked up another Starduster this week. Again, a Hasbro Pulse exclusive only. I picked up 2. That was the limit. Maybe later on they'll allow us to buy some more, but that was the limit. So I picked up another Starduster there. And actually I picked up 2 more of these, I believe through Pulse. I think Pulse sent these to me. I picked up 2 more. Of course, Cobra Retro Troopers. These guys are fantastic. The articulation, everything. The look, amazing stuff. So if you haven't picked up some, I'm also looking forward to the Cobra Viper, the Cobra Retro Viper that's coming out. That one's fantastic. Now, earlier in the day or earlier in the video, you guys saw Mezco putting out some great stuff. Well, I just received mine, Duke Mezco. So I'm looking forward to reviewing this one. Probably do it next week. For you members, I've got to finalize the schedule for the next week today. So I'll finalize that schedule and you guys will see when to tune in. All right, the rest of you guys will just be surprised. All right, what else did we get? Oh, yes. Apparently this set caused a lot of angst. A lot of people got done dirty by Walmart, I guess. I was not one of them. I always, if I have more than 2 to order, I always split my order in 2, right? I'll do Hasbro Pulse and Amazon, or Hasbro Pulse and Walmart, or, you know, just break it up a little bit so that you're not totally screwed if you need more than one. So that was Falcon and Quarrel. And look at that. They actually did Falcon's face correctly. Look at that. Isn't that right? Isn't that nice? They listened to us and they didn't I mean, that first face sculpt was a mess. But anyways, yeah, here you go. Pick them up. There you go. Got some glare on there. All right, what else did we get? Ah, yes, you guys saw me pick this up. This was usually Figure Fever contacts me about these, but I don't know if he needs this one or not. Anyways, let me know, Figure Fever. But I don't know if I can find another one, but here it is, the chase for Luke Skywalker for that clean first version of Star Wars. Looks fantastic, had to get it. Now this was a bit controversial because I already had one of these, but I decided to pull the trigger on another one because of the fodder capabilities of this one. I need to look at the review on it. I need to review it. It's controversial, so here we go. Another Punisher War Journal version with the Bushwhacker in it. I think there's tremendous customization in that one, so that's why I picked that one up. I picked another one of those up. You guys saw me pick this. I found it, him and hawed over it, thought about it, and then I saw the price of it. Chainsaw Man for less than 20 bucks. I mean, it looks like he's like SH Figure Arts level articulated. So anyways, I picked him up just to see what he's like. Let's see how he goes from there. Oh yeah, you guys have been actually asking me, or I've been actually looking for this particular figure. Very rare now that I pick up a Black Series from Star Wars, but this figure is very cool looking, so I definitely had to have at least one of them. Found him. Imperial Armored Commando. Boom. Looking great. What else do we got? Oh yeah. I don't know how this guy got away from me. I'm a big fan of Spider-Punk because he's a punk. But anyways, I wanted to pick him up when I saw it. Oh, I know why I didn't do it. I know why. And now it just hit me. Well, I hope SH Figure Arts does me right. That's why, because it's an SH Figure Arts. And they've done me dirty a few times with some of the quality on their figures. But anyways, I picked it up against my judgment because I forgot. But we'll see how it goes. And the last thing that we got, I already have this version. I already have a version of this, but this is an updated one. I kept looking for him at all the stores early in the morning, never came across him. Came across the Red Hulk, came across the Punisher, but never came across this one. So when I saw this one I woke up around 2:44 a.m. I looked at Target's website. I saw that there were 2 in stock online. Clicked it. And I managed to get one of the 2 that were available nationwide. So here he is, Venom Pool. Boom. So if you're awake at 2:44 a.m., you can also get lucky with a Venom Pool. I doubt. Anyways. All right, guys. That was it. Special thank you to the members out there who support and provide input to the channel. And just all around super grateful to you guys. And also, thank you today to my special minion assistant. Very, very nice of her to come down here and help me. Yeah. Guys, what did you guys pick up this week? More importantly, what are you guys looking forward to picking up from New York Comic Con, those New York Comic Con announcements? There was a lot there. And boy, that McFarlane, he just don't stop. He's an action figure statue producing machine. He doesn't even care if they're successful. He just pumps them out. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to participate in the contest and win. And as always, if you're doing this hobby and you got a smile on your face, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you.